the left is trying to impose this cancel Me Too culture where there is no redemption.
Zero.
And basically they're trying to draw David into, he's unworthy of redemption, not just murder, not just adultery. He was a rapist. He should be canceled. And again, this is just a gateway drug, in my view, of a manipulation of a biblical worldview, the biblical scripture, and again, it's the reason why history is being rewritten, and they're coming for the Bible next. Is that the way you see it?
Listen, Jason, you are always giving me reasons to like you more and more. And your opening, you nailed what this is about, because what they are doing. Listen, the left is driven by something called intersectionality, which I'm sure that you've had many discussions about on this show and privately. It's a Marxist idea, but the idea is to pit everyone against everyone else, whether it's white and black, whether it's male and female, Americans, non-Americans, and so on. But intersectionality, the philosophy that is driving the left is, as you just pointed out, it's all about reinterpreting everything and everyone in the most cynical light as possible. So you retell the story of American history through the lens of all of America's sins. Never mind the fact that America is one of just a tiny handful of nations that's dealt very publicly with its own sins, fought a civil war, passed legislation and amendments to deal with its own sin. America is a story that's known national redemption in a way that, say, Russia and China and many other countries never have. But see, now they want to reinterpret you. They want to reinterpret me. They want to reinterpret everyone through your darkest moments. And you see why this undermines more than just the story of King David. There are those who would say, well, what difference does it make? He's still a man after God's own heart. Because if you are redefining the story of David and Bathsheba, not as a story, the way they arrive at this, Jason, this view of rape isn't by saying that David overpowered her. It's by saying that it is a quote unquote power rape. That is to say that there is a power gap between David and Bathsheba, and a consensual relationship between the two of them is not possible. Well, let's carry that out logically to the rest of Scripture. What is the greatest power gap in Scripture? Well, it's between God and man. God is the very definition of power. Jesus says in John 15:5, without me, you can do nothing. And yet God still holds us accountable for our own sinful choices. But according to this reading of Scripture, a consensual relationship between David and Bathsheba is not possible, and a consensual relationship between God and man is not possible.